Hi, good afternoon, everybody online, and thanks for joining us for the information session. We're all very excited, and I think the purpose of today was just to share, firstly, our excitement for this project, and then just to clear up any questions. It is a unique opportunity, and we wanted to offer as much information as possible. So. We've got a room full here in the boardroom, and from the developer, sales, etc., and the management. So I'm sure after today you'll have a clear picture of exactly what you're looking to invest into. My name is Ryk Neetling. I'm the marketing director of Cape Winelands Properties. It's part of the Valdevi group of properties, and we are very excited to take on this very unique project. We've partnered with Nick Simons from the Developer Trilogy on another project here in Paarl that has been also very successful, and we just love the way that they do things, and we are really honored to be associated with this specific project. So that's how we fit into it. Our agents are the ones that have been in contact with you, and I can assure you that you'll get the best service when it comes to real estate agents. We've got a short presentation. It shouldn't take too long. Just go over to the presentation quickly. Yes, so before the 1940s, this area was actually underwater. It used to be where there was a pier there. You can see there on the screen on the bottom picture, there's a statue of Jan van Riebeeck, and that is where the pier started that went out into the ocean, and that's where this development was born. It's got this nautical history, and that's where the Zeeland Pier names also comes from. So we've got some incredible history, and I think what excites us is this reimagining, and this Cape Town is experiencing this like a renaissance. It's becoming known worldwide, everything that we have to offer, and we are very excited to be part of this. There you can see another picture of the location, really in the heart of the city, and I think what excites us is the ease to get on and off the highway to get into the city. It's very quick, and you are really just a few hundred meters, a few steps from the hustle and bustle of the city. Like I said, the location, just a few examples there. The major tourist attractions in the city. You can see 500 meters there from Bree Street, Long Street, Artscape, Green Market Square. And I think the potential of this area, it's not, there hasn't been too many residential developments in this area, but it's definitely the next growth area, and I think that's what makes us so excited about this. You can see there only 1.7 kilometer walk from the waterfront. The Greenpoint Stadium is a great place to go stay if you go cheer on the Stormers, and really just a world-class experience if you were there this past weekend, and I think it's just the beginning of great things. What makes this unique, in my opinion, compared to some of the developments in Sea Point, is the proximity to some of the corporate offices in the area, and that makes it very, like I'd say, resilient against the slower months where the tourists, let's say in the winter, so I think the corporate market is also quite exciting as far as the occupancy would be if you're interested in short-term rentals. Cape Town Convention Centre, I don't know if you saw an article about a month or so ago. They've secured a record amount of conventions and conferences for the upcoming 12 months. I think it was 454. So just with the, it's only 400 meters away from the convention centre. I'm sure that the occupancy will be really high, and all feedback from this past season is that it exceeded all the numbers. We've got the people here from Total Stay, and they'll be able to share more information on exactly what's happening in the market. Just the international price comparison. Here at Valdevi, we also always hear that prices can't possibly keep on improving. This is just an example for you to show on a global scale, where we are positioned. And I think the weakening rand is hurting all of us when we buy cars and in other ways. But I think if there's one plus point, it's it's that the property is extremely cheap for overseas investors. Here at Valdevi, a major driver in our market are people that are returning from spending time overseas, or internationals just looking to invest in South Africa. So the weakening rand, I think for this coming season, we can see some exciting things, not just from an investor point of view, but also for tourists. Hopefully we can see a bumper season coming up. And just lastly, as far as the city is concerned, the developers have really priced this extremely competitively. You can see there, this does not mean in any way that it's an inferior product, but it's really priced to sell. So and it shows the potential growth in this area of Cape Town. What I also find exciting is that you've got developments like Harbour Arch, which is kind of on the edge of the city, and you can definitely see a movement towards that side of the city. And with Harbour Arch, I have no doubt that more lifestyle facilities and top restaurants will move towards that side of the city. So you can see there the price per square meter, very, very competitively priced, and we all know that means a great return on investment. I'm now going to hand over to one of our agents, Annika, and she'll speak a little bit more in detail just about the features of the apartments, and we'll take it from there.
So next up, we have got what is available. So only 58 units available, which makes this a rare opportunity in this specific location in Cape Town. Each apartment has been thoughtfully designed by the international architect Robert Silk, and he uses a method to maximize the living spaces even in smaller square meterage. So he does that by also making the most of the views. We're fortunate enough to have views of Table Mountain, the cityscape, and even across the waterfront. The studio apartments start from 950,000 Rand with a net rental yield of 12.84% per year. So this is a wonderful opportunity for investors that's looking to expand their portfolio into the Cape Town market, or even we always speak about the country people, including ourselves in that specific space, people from the winelands that just need a city pad for the weekend. This is a wonderful opportunity to enter that Cape Town market. Then we've got the one-bedroom apartments, spacious one-bedroom apartments providing a bright and refreshing northwestern aspect. Starting from 1.995 million, these are also a great way to enjoy short and long-term yields. Then we've got the two-bedroom apartments. The innovative design of the two-bedroom apartments offer waterfront and table mountain views, and start from just over 2 million. These are ideal for people looking to live in the city a little bit longer, not necessarily your short-term rentals, or if you're going the short-term route, it's ideal for families as well. And then the jewel of the Zeeland Pier project are the 2 and the 3 bedroom penthouses. So I'll just hop between the two that you can see both of them. These are really incredible designs. The circular stairwell that you'll see on the design, I don't know if I can move that. No, there we go. You'll see the circular staircase there as well, which just offers a seamless flow throughout the apartment and really just elevates that luxury design and look and feel. So these start from 4.795 million, and that's very limited. And then each apartment has the option to purchase a parking bay. They are available at 200,000 Rand each. And there's also limited storage spaces available from 70,000 Rand. And then as well as the modern design, incredible location, and fantastic views that are on offer from Zeeland Pier, residents also enjoy the sun deck and swimming pool, leading edge gym and co-working space, and then 24-hour security and concierge desk that's managed by the Total Stay team. So I'm going to hand over to Riel from that team, and we look forward to seeing you online on the 7th.
Hi everyone, thanks. Just to introduce myself, I'm Riel Phillips, the CEO and co-founder of Total Stay. I'm also extremely excited about this opportunity, which doesn't come along very often. But what we aim to do with these types of products is just have them managed by a professional operator like us, and everyone can enjoy the benefits of that service. So I'm just going to take you through who we are. In 2014, we realized that there was, limited choice between your traditional hotels and your random Airbnbs. Very generic, cold, and also, very few reputable brands that offered the best of both worlds. And so our solution was create a consistent brand that bridges that gap between the traditional hotel and the Airbnb, offer better space, better comfort, better freedom, and we said a better way to stay. Just in terms of how we operate, we're not a traditional Airbnb host. There's thousands of those. We're a turnkey apart hotel and service department operator. We operate on rental pool agreements and hotel management agreements. We offer everything from centralized marketing, reservations, right through to HR and training. And we obviously are preferred partners on the largest channels in the world: Booking.com, Expedia, Agoda, Airbnb. Our main, core of our business is we take care of all the hassle with the objective to always outperform long-term rental yield over time. Just a little bit more about our business. We currently employ 159 full-time staff, which changes daily. So by next week, that'll be probably 169. We started in 2014. We've been at the forefront of the apart hotel sector in South Africa for 9 years. We have over 250 keys under management, and that's across 3 cities: Cape Town, Joburg, and now Pretoria. As part of our process, we like to create brands because we believe it cuts through all the noise. So if you look at our portfolio, similar to what we'll do at Zeeland Pier, we create brands that stick out, and again, not just typical Airbnbs. And that we believe, the consistency of product and services is where the secret sauce is. We also built our own tech platform called Neuro, and as a client and as a partner, you'll be able to monitor the performance of your unit any day, any time. You'll be able to log in, monitor your financial performance, have a look to see where bookings are coming from, etc. So it gives you complete peace of mind. Now on to the exciting part. We've partnered with Trilogy to offer you, the purchaser, an unrivaled apart hotel management option. And in doing so, we get to control the risk in the building, the pricing of the product, operate at above industry standard occupancies, and ultimately ensure that the guest experience is authentic and that we deliver on that. Our key info here, just so that I can run through, we operate on a hotel basis at 12%, whereas your typical Airbnb manager will operate anywhere between 18 and 20%. And in order for us to, really get kind of critical mass, we're looking at taking on 20 keys plus in the building. As part of joining the Aparthotel, we require that everyone purchase a furniture pack, and these start from 120,000 Rand. I must also just make a note that anyone that is VAT registered is able to claim the VAT back on that furniture pack. So that's a nice incentive. Now, why Aparthotels and not just, slap it on Airbnb and hope for the best? Well, this is something that we've proven over the last 9 years, that consistency, trust, product, and the economies of scale are what's going to create a product that will stay very long in the market and do extremely well. Rake mentioned, corporate coming over winter. We contract with everyone from families to remote workers, corporates, etc., and there's no one we leave behind. On the consistency side, guests can expect a consistent standard of service and accommodation because it's operated by us, a hospitality brand. The trust aspect, which is massive in the travel industry. As a hospitality brand, you remove the risks associated with typical Airbnbs, of which there are many. The product, obviously in an oversaturated node of hundreds of listings, in our experience, these products cut through the noise and stand out of the crowd. And just as a side note, the industry standard occupancies are anywhere from 45 to 60%. We currently operate at 86%. Now, the biggest one obviously is the economies of scale, because having multiple units in an Aparthotel allows us to scale that operation very efficiently. So the more units we take, the operating expenses don't increase at the same rate. And that reduces our operating costs and maximizes your returns. If anyone's got any questions about the ins and outs of how we'll be operating there, you can drop us a mail at sales@totalstay.co.za, and we're happy to connect. But very excited, and thank you for the time.
Hi everyone, I'm Brad, the co-founder of LaunchBase, which is an online interactive process where you'll be able to view all the units ahead of the launch, and then obviously on launch day secure the units that you want. The first step of the process would be to log in, and if you have, just register. You'll then have access to the interactive process, which looks like this. It's currently set to card view, which I'll take you through shortly. But on this screen and on most of the screens, you'll be able to see that there's a countdown there, which at the moment would be 7 or just 7 days. So it's a week from today. And there's, on this example, 2 users online. So you'll be able to monitor how many users are actually on the system when this is going live. As I mentioned, this is the card view, which is the default setting or the default view. You can also view it in a list view if it's easier, and sometimes easier on a computer. Key thing is to unlock your discount, which is your 75,000 Rand discount before the launch. And you can see it on the green button here where the arrow is pointing. You can filter and sort through all these listings. So you'll see the top line over here where you've got price, unit type, direction, outlook, floor, and your sort function. You can use all those filters. The sort function will allow you to sort by highest to lowest price, which will help you easily find the units that you're looking for. You'll see on the little green tab towards the top right, once you've selected your filters, how many units actually match what your criteria. You're also able to share that filtered list with people who you might want to share this with, friends, family, who are looking at similar apartments. It is, as previously mentioned, it's quite important to add units to your shortlist ahead of the launch day. It just makes the process that much easier once the countdown reaches 0. So you can, while you're waiting for the countdown to reach 0 and sales to go live, you can have your shortlist open of your top 5 or 6 apartments, which makes it easy to select the one that you're going for. This is the list view, which I mentioned earlier. Just another nice option to have a look at. It also has the filter and sort functions. And on the blue line above the actual unit details, you can see over here where unit is, there's a little down arrow. You can actually sort by each of these different options. So you can sort by price, you can sort by floor, by unit type, and that as well. You can also apply the filters, as you'll see in the very top bar over here. If you click the view button on either the list view or the card view, this mode will pop up. That gives you a little bit more detail, such as your rates, your levies, estimated rental incomes. You can also get pre-approval here as well. So there's the blue pre-approval button where it'll take you through to the Uber platform, and you can get pre-approval on the unit that you're looking at. On launch day, which is the 7th of June, 1 p.m., the countdown will reach 0. So you'll see it obviously counting down. As it reaches 0, sales will go live. The button that you see on this screen over here, which says pre-approval, will then turn to a reserve button, which you'll see in the next slide over there. So the pre-approval button switches over to reserve. As soon as you see that reserve button, you want to be clicking that as fast as possible, especially if you've selected a unit that's popular. It is a fastest fingers first process. Then the next steps, once you've pressed the reserve button, you'll see on the left-hand slide here, that's just showing where it is. Again, the next screen that you'll see is your details. So you would have had a profile already, so your details will be there. You just have to accept the terms and conditions and press continue. The following screen will then take you to whether you want parking or not, and you can add parking to your unit. If you do, it'll add it to your purchase price. You then confirm, and that'll take you through to the following screen, which tells you how much time you have left to make your payment. It's 10 minutes from when you originally pressed the confirm your details button. In this example, you have 8 minutes left. Proceed to payment. It'll take you through to the payment screen where you can pay via card, MasterPass, SnapScan, or instant EFT. It's a 5,000 Rand reservation deposit, and once that has been paid, your unit is secured. You will then receive a congratulations screen that pops up, as well as an email that will come through immediately confirming your reservation. It's very important to note that if you have any issues regarding payment, you need to call your sales assistant immediately. If your internet speed is bad, you may have an issue, and they can send you a direct payment link should you be having difficulties. Your sales assistant will also then send you the agreement of sale by the end of business that day on Wednesday. And you will then have till the close of business on Friday, the 9th of June, to sign, scan, and send back the completed agreement of sale. Your deposit will be due within 7 days, and you would need to secure the balance via bond, bank guarantee, or cash within 21 days. Should you want Uber to assist you with the bond approval, they go out to all the banks on your behalf to get you the best interest rate. So please let your sales assistant know if you need their services, and they can get the ball rolling as quickly as possible. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to contact your sales assistant. Thank you so much for your time. Over to Nick.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I see a few familiar names up on the board, some current and past investors, so lovely to have you guys with us again. I'm going to take you through a few questions. So the agents have been dealing with clients over the last few weeks, and obviously there are a variety of questions, but we're going to bring up some of the most popular ones to date and address those. Question number 1, how does parking work? So quite simply, parking is sold on a first come, first served basis. If you are purchasing one of the 4 duplex units, then that purchase includes a parking bay. For the rest, there are 34 bays, and they are sold at 200,000 Rand a bay and is a first come, first serve. Is there a generator? So yes, we have a generator on site. It is for emergency services only. Now, we cannot guarantee this indefinitely, but the area is fortunate to be one that does not experience load shedding. It is obviously close proximity to the banks, SARS, and also the hospital. So at present, there has never been load shedding in the area, but we do have a generator in the need for emergency services. Yes, that's also Rex just asked if that's for elevators, and yes, that's for the elevators, correct. What will the security entail? So we have a 24-hour concierge service downstairs, which is our eyes and ears on site. And in addition to that, we also have a 24-hour monitored armed response unit monitoring all the CCTV cameras that we will be installing on the property. Can I reserve a unit before the launch? So unfortunately, that is not possible. The system is set up such that all the sales go live on the countdown on the 7th of June. And as Brad said before me, it's sold on a first come, first served basis and a Foster's fingers first. Can I Airbnb or must I use Total Stay? So you are able to privately Airbnb your investment. If you do so, then you would not form part of the Apart Hotel offering however, but that offering is available to you should you choose to do so. We do encourage the investors to use Total Stay. I think from an efficiency perspective, it's very beneficial, and it's certainly a very professional offering that's in place and obviously hassle-free for all our clients. And I just want to say thank you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to the team here. I think we've got a fantastic offering from everyone. We brought in a few different things to other projects. We've got the likes of Total Stay and the launch platform with Brad and his team. So thank you for having it. Thank you for listening. And if any questions, please let our sales team know. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks to Terrell, to Nick, and Brad. Just one last thing that I wanted just to add about the LaunchBase platform. I just asked Brad just now, how many apartments have they sold on this platform, just to give you peace of mind that it works. He said 771. So the system works. We are very excited, and I've used that word excited a lot this afternoon, but it is, I think it's the future of real estate, and to be part of it, it's just great for us. So just to give you some peace of mind that this is not a new gimmick. It's a tried and tested platform. So again, please talk to your various agents, and we look forward to seeing you online next week. Thank you.